Hello. Ugh. I don't know what we're seeing yet. Hello, everyone. Let me get my screen set up correctly. Hey. Good morning. So, how is everyone today? I'm doing good. How are you guys? Great brother from South Africa. Hello. Good morning. Hat spinning. My trade yesterday evening was closed in profit. So yeah, we're getting back there. Feeling good today? Yeah, I'm feeling good. Matters are rallying at all-time high. It's probably gonna be a short day. Might be. Might very well be. You brought an auction trade not more active. Everything was cancelled yesterday evening in the Discord, or at least not cancelled. It was closed in the Discord. So what I'm seeing is a lot of liquidity to the upside. So I actually want to start scaling into a trade. I want to have the stop loss right below this. We can have to take profit towards 94k. So that would theoretically put us at a TP of 93,600. That would be a decent 8k profit. And we're gonna have the SL at 88,635. And then we're gonna open the trade. Let's do it like this, and then we add in 93,800. I don't know why the margin is that low, to be honest. Give me a second. Open the long, confirm everything in now, finally. 93,600. The stop loss is 88,750. So 1100 risk. For, in my opinion, a very decent potential upside. Webcam source has to be locked as well, so get this off the screen. I don't know why my webcam is. There we not go. My webcam is having some sizing issues again. I see. There's some black borders around it, but we'll try to fix that later. Nice door, thank you. It's a lovely door, man. How much leverage do you use to trade? Currently, this is 20x. Look and sound like an Indian. Really, we're starting this again. Scalebacks was not seeing eye to eye with Ciao, Luca. We weren't seeing eye to eye as of currently, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. So yeah, I don't really feel like I should hang out the dirty laundry publicly, and I'm not gonna do that out of respect to the team, to everyone involved, and to the rest of the Discord. So yeah. But we had some internal changes for now. Let me do this, 1 second. Why is the chat in your lower screen can't reach your position? Because people were complaining about it. What's the strategy today? Why are we longing? We're looking at the liquidity. So as of right now, we have seen quite a lot of compression. In terms of compression, it's holding the lower range. Let me get to a slightly higher time frame. As you can see, it held the lower range, tested it. Higher, didn't break out, tested it again. And for now, this range is holding. And as you can see on the liquidity as well, most of the real high volume is swept. That puts it to the theory that we should see some upside since the low has been swept multiple times. As you can also see, the liquidity cluster that's building around the 90.5k area is very, very, very high, and it's actively holding prior to New York. So on the understanding of one, that it is holding, and secondly, that we haven't seen a real upside, it would be more than logical to see some upside. At least that's my opinion. Good that you're doing it with proper risk management. Follow you with small portfolio. Yeah, nice. Oh damn, I have a short. Saint is gonna be in scalebacks, yes. At least the conversations we had. I trading with 10% of your bag, so roughly 1k or 10k. I'm currently trading with 10k, and that's why it's called the 10k 10-day challenge. Meaning that we trade with 10k for 10 days, and we will see where we're gonna end after. Miss this trade. It's a Bitcoin long. We just entered at the beginning of the stream. It has an entry price of 89.325. So we haven't left the station by a lot, to be honest. Let's see what New York's gonna bring in the next 20 minutes. It makes sense long 3 hours ago when it was starting to get bored. Huh. How much of the 10k are you positioned? No, it's full margin, but it is within managed risk. So we use the complete margin, but we manage the risk accordingly. So it's not over leverage. It's missed the trade after 0.05% move. I never said that it would be missed by now, to be honest. I think it's still, in regards to the risk, it's not that much increasement if you would enter on this position, to be honest. Good afternoon. How are you, buddy? You closing this trade at New York Open? No, I'm in the belief that New York might actually hold this time. Oh, I refreshed the wrong page yet again. Let me refresh this one. Yeah, I think we have a very fair chance of seeing some upside after the compression that we have seen. We're compressing heavily within this region after we've seen some craziness during Wednesday. Yeah. I noticed that Killa and Valo didn't stand by you. I'm not gonna go in depth of the politics. The 2 bearish H4 might get filled. Super risky, but if we close current H4 up around 90k, I'm sure that close. I can very well see that. But for now, it's holding pretty nicely and we're up $200. That, of course, is no guaranteed for New York opening because, yeah, as we all know, New York is volatile and violent. But yeah. Looks like 90.2 is on the map. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, people are saying there's a lot more money to be made to the downside. But if you look at the current heat map, especially on the lower time frames, you can see that there's a nice order cluster sitting here. It's not that the market makers will go hungry into the weekend. We have news. Yeah, flash manufacturing and flash services. That's definitely gonna be a very interesting one in 30 minutes. Holding a short currently, it's not great, but the long seems too obvious. It might switch probably. I think we're gonna at least retest the 90.3. It would make sense to fill this wick up here, this imbalance. That for me is 1k, so we could scrape off 1.5 to 2k profit. We will reassess once it hits there to see the reaction. But it would make sense. If you look at the downside, it's wick, 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 wick. And until now, it has been holding quite nicely, to be honest. So the downside seems tapped multiple times. Multiple tries at least. And for now, yeah. Well, nothing much in Discord either. And that they got removed. Yeah. It's... I don't feel that we should go into politics or whatever. It's that's the current situation. In longs from 88.9. That's a very nice entry, my friend. Could be a bear flag as well, even on the daily. It's 20x leverage indeed. So we're toning down the leverage, taking it a bit slower, taking it safer. With well managed risk. Even on the daily, a bear flag. I don't necessarily believe in flag patterns, but on the daily, it's, you know, the PA and the range is a bit boring, to be honest. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, it's smack between these order blocks, so it feels like we're in the exact same range, but slightly higher where we were during Christmas times. We have to see what New York is gonna bring us. I'm short from 88.950, still holding, I want 84. Yeah, listen, everything might be possible. But the RR to the upside as of now, given the liquidity, the order cluster that's sitting right here would make so much sense to at least swap or sweep. swap, sweep, swoop, swoop, whatever, it would make sense to take out this order cluster because it's getting pretty crowded with a lot of high leverage. It might be a New York stop hunt. It might not necessarily hold the long, but if we can see this upside potential and hopefully get 1 to 1.5K, 2.5 maybe, would be a great day, right? Same goes for ETH. Even though ETH has a bit more of a high liquidity order cluster below, and Solana, yeah, it's it would definitely make sense for it to go up and test in terms of liquidity, and that's in the end what the market is looking for. Market is hungry. It is this is aggregated trade. This is the Leviathan indicator, so it's free. It's the liquidation levels by Leviathan, but you have to be careful what time frame you're using it on, if it's accurate and if it's showing you the right applicable data. What happened yesterday? In terms of positions, we got into a first we hit stop loss, then we got into a lot, and the long was closed overnight. I think a small move up would make sense to make a new low. That's exactly the philosophy I'm following as well. I want to see them sweep the highs, and from a high sweep, I'm ideally looking for something like this. This is what we're ideally looking for. Maybe even in a bit smaller pattern due to the fact that this is on the 4 hour. But this is primarily what kind of pattern and what I'm looking for. Better close manually. We already tried to break 88.6, but we didn't. And we also tried to break 90K. Whichever gets first, we go the other way. That might be a very, very interesting hypothesis. And I can see where it comes from. So how is River doing? Is it finally coming down, guys, or? Okay, explain CVD again. Now it's going down while price is going up. I don't know if it's necessarily going down. I think the CVD, especially on this image, we've seen a big drop here, but it's definitely rising over time, except here, and now it's dumping slightly again. CVD means if there's a deficit between what the order book is telling and where the price is moving. Same you can mostly see by the candles. Also something that intrigues me and that is interesting for today, OKX is actively buying again. So where we've seen OKX yesterday to primarily heavily drive price down, it looks like OKX is, yeah, on our side today. Today is a good day to trade. I hope so. This might be it for the upside. I'm from the future. Sound a bit low. I don't know. Is it? Is anyone else having issues with the sound being low? Where do you find these orders? It's Alligator Trade. It's absolute free to use software. Not bad if it continues. It's nice to see it going up for once, to be honest. Let's see if it can continue actually as well. See if it can break the Great Wall of 90. Yeah. Price going back to 93.8. Listen, if this trade goes to 93.8, I'm gonna have a great day, to be honest. We have to assess the movement it gives as soon as it starts to hit these order clusters. I think it will definitely clear to 90.6 because that's what's making a lot of sense right now. That it leaves out these until 90.1, I highly doubt. Especially if we can see a bit of a good push to the upside now. It would not only make sense, it would be healthy for the market as well. In terms of momentum, in terms of corrections, in terms of, yeah, basically everything. It's nice to see some green. Is there any difference? I'm not much trading on my personal account right now because I'm doing this. But there definitely would be some difference indeed. Especially due to the fact that normally, personally, I would scale into positions. So I don't take single entries. Due to spreading within the market, and it's way more swing positions. But yeah, 5 minutes till New York. Let's see if we can hold the high. We start with 1K. Did you also risk our 1K margin and 200 leverage trade? Yeah, for that challenge, 1K is significantly less than the portfolios I'm used to manage, handle, that I work with. So indeed we risked it, but that's why it's called a challenge, right? Now we're doing a 10K for 10-day challenge with way better risk management, better understanding, hopefully also better education and less pressure for everyone following. Mr. X, how are you today, my friend? Thank you, Shorts, for sharing. Oh, come on. It would be amazing to see this recovery, see the little sweep of the upside. Normally, it's not a bad sign if the market starts pumping prior to New York. Especially, have you considered taking profits? I always consider taking profits, my friend. Today, feeling how bullish or bearish? I'm feeling bullish about today. It makes sense to sweep the order cluster. Like you can see that it already slowly tapping into some of these orders already. But New York in 4 minutes is going to absolutely dictate what's going to happen. And then we take it from there. What is today RR? This current trade would be... If we hit it, it's 1 to 7. If it hits, it's a 1-7 RR trade. Hello all. Hello Schomburg. Guys, 320 people, only 42 likes. Let's spam the like button. Let's get this like train on the road. It's not the best of reactions, especially for something that has no real volume, to be honest. But OKX is buying. OKX has been dominating this last week, the complete volume. And it's the first time that I see OKX actively step in with big volume to the upside. Also to the downside, apparently. But yeah. Guys, still 86 like or 68 likes. I think we can get at least to 100, right? It's costing you absolutely nothing. We do everything for free. We're working at this every given day. We're still developing the indicators, etc. So, yeah, as said, highly appreciated. Let's see what New York has in store for us. Oh, hello. That's a interesting opening. Or at least almost opening. 25 seconds left. But that's definitely the volume we're looking for. Maybe New York is in a surge and destroy mode today as well. But today we're going to surge and destroy for the upside. Ding, ding, ding. There we go, guys. New York firework. As said, it looks like OKX is dominating the direction. Knock on wood, it might change very fast and very violently. But as of now, it looks that the market is giving us tell signs about what's going to happen, depending on what direction OKX is choosing. If anyone is interested in joining our free Discord, the link is up top as the pinned message. It's absolutely free. Free trading, free advice, non-financial advice, of course, and a place where we can all share thoughts and talk about trading. Little rejection. Didn't really eat any of the liquidity yet. Well, it's a rather nasty rejection, to be honest. I would love to see this level hold. Joined yesterday? Huh. Metals are dumping hard. Might be rotation of capital. Might be. And the US is pushing quite a lot of capital into the market as well. So let's see. Do you use order flow? I use this as order flow. I'm testing right now different software suites and software packages to see if we can add something else into our arsenal of tools. Really? Really? Like, have I missed someone declaring a war or something? I don't even really know what to say right now. Like the first candle of the New York session just dumped 0.6%. Without volume, actually. If you look at the volume that it needed to push up, it might hunt for these. But yeah, this is the single candle wiped out hours of up. Yeah, pretty damn easy as well. Like I said, I don't even really know what to say, to be honest. Because this probably flipped the whole 4-hour candle. So yeah, but you have we dump it and we dump it, huh? But it still feels like shorts are absolutely for free. Shorts get no punishment, nothing. But a 0.9% opening dump, yeah. It's interesting. Why dump? I don't know. We've taken out the 89K in a single candle. Hate this feeling. Yeah, me too, especially at the rate at which it's happening. Without needing that much volume either. If I look at the complete... If we look at the CVD is probably leaving the screen down here. Pretty intense. It happened yesterday and we were tapped out at the low. Yeah. No, it's not true. They have pumped on pre. The last times they pumped on pre, they actually pumped up as well. So that's definitely not necessarily true. Holy crap. It looks like it just directly aims at my stop loss. Our stop loss doesn't even get hit. It feels like the position also completely overshot my stop loss in the closing. But I think I'm gonna wait and sit here and see what the fuck they're actually up to. But this might have been the most violent opening I've seen in months. I don't know where the next liquidity cluster is. Honestly, it's at 87.6. If they're going for this liquidity, they might as well push it lower. Yeah, New York for you. Yeah. Good morning, New York. What's going on with the market? I have no clue. It's only 22 million that has been liquidated. Nasdaq is not even moving. Yeah, might very well be. 83.50 is long max pain. Yeah, listen. If it bounces here, it would heavily surprise me. Or it would bounce here again. That also would make... I don't know what to say right now. I'm just being... I have no clue. I've rarely seen New York open like this. We've seen a lot of crazy stuff. Listen, systematically, I can't short here. Even though I want to, with what's currently happening. Or it's gonna V-shape it, and this was an insane stop hunt. 1 second short. Yeah, that's crazy. Market is a short blessings. Yeah, 100%. I think we just wait. We have to wait this out. This is it was overbought. Listen, at this current market, at this current rate, absolutely nothing is overbought. That's nearly impossible to be overbought at this market. The only thing I'm not getting is the fact that the pressure vanishes at the same rate as that it comes. Like now the pressure is gone. No wig on the bottom of the red candle, indeed. So there were no liquidations at the low side of the red candle. So it feels completely unorganic that we will move up from here. Hey mate, hello. Best thing we can do is wait. We have to wait this out. There's no position to be taken at this. Good time to long. I would definitely not long this. I think I would even prefer shorting this than longing it, to be honest. Only cleaned your long. Apparently, it was looking good. The signs were there. The liquidity is there. The risk reward was well set and logically built. This is what can happen in these setups. Look, the liquidity here is way stronger and way bigger than to the downside. These are fresh. This is higher leverage, higher margin, but I guess we will clear until 87.5. And then we will reassess it 87.5 if we want to scale into a long or not. I told you, yeah, everyone is telling me everything, so I can't blindly go upon what people tell me. We made the analysis. We'll definitely touch 90k before midnight. I know you can't go blind low. That's why I was helping you with the metals market. Good trade, bad timing. Let's move on and reassess. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So now this is a complete mid-range without where it's sweeping. It would be weird if it leaves this liquidity as well. We have no wick to the downside, so it means there was no liquidation candle occurring here. It just reversed probably to trap some longs. News is coming out now. Neutral. This should be bad for currency, theoretically good for the markets, but yeah, we never know. I don't trade trending markets because I only trade Bitcoin. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not in other markets. He's taking a trade short. Trades might be... Trades or shorts might be the way to go. What's the news tool? It's called Forex Factory. It's an absolutely free tool to use. So guys, 114 likes, 415 viewers. Can we at least get to half of the people pressing the like button, supporting us, supporting the stream? I'm tired, boss. I'm tired too. I am tired. That's definitely true. Bro, are we long or short today? Pac-Man, right now we're waiting, watching, and praying. Just saying wrong title? Really? Why does it not update that? It's weird. Thank you for the correction, by the way. Or at least thanks for letting me know. Driving, can see the chart, but with you. Thank you, my friend. Always good. I'm gonna be in Spain soon. I don't think they're gonna hold this pressure, guys. Not even with OKX buying. We can also... It's fair to say that OKX buying didn't do shit for it. Yeah, they're not holding it. I don't see this level hold. 88,350, then bounce. Mid-range here, I think they will sweep the 88 or 87.6. Let's put in a limit order. 87,600. And then we're targeting the 91,300. Let's see if it hits. The fact that they're again holding this, or at least slightly trying. Showering, but still watching the stream, that's amazing. I made crazy bank. Yeah, me too. That was at least a very respected and tradable range. Right now, it's very, very volatile. And it's bouncing off of points. Yeah. But matters don't have such property like BDC. For your BDC is much valuable, I guess, in terms of usage. Yeah, theoretically, you could utilize blockchain more than shiny things. But don't forget the SMD industry, the chip industry, and everything around it does need gold and silver for the bases and within the dies and the wafer forms. Big volume stepping in. Goodbye volume. Okay, talk more about the Albank VIP perms. It's easier to send me a DM on that, I think. If anyone wants to trade with us, Here's the link. You can get VIP in the Discord as well for absolutely free. So join us. Haven't heard from anyone on Discord about the 50k challenge yet. Yeah, we're setting up everything. So it's coming. It's very nicely recovering. Looks like a W formation, but I'm using 20 leverage. Listen guys, right now it feels like a suicide mission to go into a trade. So I am waiting and protecting capital. Yeah, for me this is a pretty interesting spot. I will share the 200k 2 million trades, yes. For me it's a pretty interesting spot to recover from as well, to be honest. BDC will be Go 2.0. I think that day can come. Let's go 50x. I'm not going anything right now. I'm protecting capital. I'm not going to risk it. Looks like it's rejecting 89. When do we go 200x? We probably won't. Show your limit order. I will draw it out here. So it's at this level. We went slightly above. So we're going for 87.6. This is what the trade would look like. Screw memes. I bought Penguin at 7 million. Where is it at now? I have no clue, to be honest. 88.3 then up. Honestly, this is the only setup I can defend for myself in terms of risk reward. And that matches with what Liquidity is doing. I cannot find you another sense-making setup, to be honest. $87k range low. Yeah. I have the same one. No. 87k auto block. So you're aiming for this, you're aiming for low range. I could see that. I like the scale in earlier. Also with all this liquidity here. If they're gonna sweep this. It appears to be holding. MM front run soon. More shorts is opening last 2 days. Yeah, they are. But still, it looks like they managed to compress. So it might very, very well be that We're gonna front one. But this is the only trade I can make that makes sense now in my system and with proper risk management. So it's all I can offer right now, to be honest. It's cold. We turn up the heat. Is this area no trade zone right now? For me, it is. It's the bottom of this region. We tapped it once, we attempted twice, we rejected hard from the upside. It's way too risky for me currently to scale in from here. So yeah, no, for me this is a definite no trade zone. 87.150 got moved now to 87.6 because the market is dynamic and the liquidity is also dynamic currently. Stepping out to buy some paint for the weekend, that might be a very, very wise choice. I don't think it's going to be a high, exciting weekend. Aggregated volume showing a massive absorption? Yes, it is. Definitely is. $140 likes only, guys. Are we starting to like the stream less, or? It's looking like it's building a good cluster to hold and shift out from, to be honest. But that might be very temporarily. The triangle formation looks great for recovery up. I agree. But again, at this lows, I have a hard time going into this trade right now. Especially with the pressure down, to be honest. Pressure is being contained? Yes. Internet says put your entry where you'd put your stop loss. Interesting. They're above. They're above 989K again. Let's see if they can hold it. You see that how much more green volume OKX is doing today? While OKX was the one who was pressuring Bitcoin down. And yet they're unable to move up as of now. Theoretically, I still believe in the upside, don't get me wrong. And I still believe in the fact that we need to sweep that upside. But from now, without collecting a lot of money and without sweeping a lot of the downside, it doesn't make sense yet. Once I can read liquidity and volume, I will be a monster. Yeah, that's why normally people think it's wrong in terms of risk management, but that's why I accept the fact that trades can potentially go against me without having this tight of a stop loss. Because you have the tendency to get wigged out more. But yeah, it's now it's part of the game, I guess. This whole market doesn't make sense. Yeah. Bears are definitely by far overpowered at this point. I must agree. And then the calm returns and we're just watching paint dry. Everyone is shorting BTC, so much pressure down, sort of amazing. It's holding up as well as it is. Yeah. And that makes it even trickier because, yeah, of course, it always has only two options, going up or going down. But one of the pressures is going to go. And normally you could see that Bitcoin would absolutely skyrocket. Due to the fact that at a certain point, the bearish pressure would retract itself. But now it just doesn't. You know? That pressure is constant and semi-imminent. So yeah. That's good upwards pressure again. Hola amigo, ¿cómo está? I don't speak Spanish, but I'm good, and you? No, I let my trades run overnight, but yesterday trading is also psychological and I wasn't feeling it, and so yeah. Send Penguin to 100 million? I'm not gonna do it for you. It might go there, but I'm not gonna do it. Like, this is gonna be a long day, isn't it? So let's do a poll. Type 1 in the chat if you're bullish. Type 2 if you're bearish. Let's see what the deviation is within this chat room. It's a bit 50-50, huh? And that's what makes this market so hard as well. It can literally go every possible way. Tight range, when we break, we Gucci. I just hope to be with the right side. I'm just hunting for range low and range high. That's all I can do and all I can wait for. It's realistically... Sup? Hello. I'm Shantoshis, whatever you say goes. Huh? That also works. But yeah, currently we have to wait for any of the sides. 2 for the year, 1 for the quarter, 2 for the day. There still is good pressure, but it looks like they're forming. This reminds me so much of yesterday's pattern. Where is it? When they were building the barcode. Thursday. Yeah, here. But this is Wednesday. When did they... This one here. When they were making the barcode pattern, sort of. But they broke down. This one looks that they inverted and it looks like it's going to break up realistically. But there's no volume to... The 5-minute candles behaved like yesterday, but mirrored exactly what I was seeing as well. We're just, yeah, indeed, we're just ranging around, not actively doing anything, to be honest. These are 2S is 18, 1S is 18. I have no clue what you're trying to tell me, my friend. Honestly. I'm not in a position. Yeah, I'm sitting down, but I'm not in a trading position. He counted the 1 and 2s and said there was 18 of each. Oh. Nice. Thank you for counting. That I couldn't make up from the story. My apologies. What's your monthly ROI? 48%. Today, 1,200 profit and 83K on the account. So this month's ROI is about 40%. Or 50% almost. What was the vote on? If we're bullish or bearish? The answer is yes. What levels am I looking for? I'm looking to long at this order block. Or I might short if we go to 90.6. It's one of the two. Either clearing this liquidity capital here at the 90.5 range, or clearing this liquidity at the 87.5. So theory, it's 1.5k up or 1.5k down. And in between, so we're schlonging, theoretically. 1. That's a very random one. I'm going to shower real quick. I think you can even take your time. I won't miss much, to be honest. Hi, Shakto. Hi, Venu, I think. I hope this is not going to be a Burger Friday New York session. Kinda has the looks of it, doesn't it? Currently, I don't know who is in control. Normally, I would say CVD and order flow. But as of now, yeah, I want to see it take one of the two range sides because we haven't... Theoretically, we could establish that the range we're currently trading in is this 1.8%. So it's 88.7-ish till 90k, theoretically. But for that hypothesis, Bitcoin needs to hold about above 89. And as of now, it's not really. Greetings from Barcelona. That's nice. How's the weather there now? I think it's better than here, to be honest. I don't speak Chinese. $18. That's nice. Here it's like 3-4 degrees. Pretty darn cold. Looks like it's breaking back. And again, I think it's the first 20 seconds of this candle. Oh no, it's the last seconds. It didn't even have the candle opening yet. Sorry. It's not a good looking candle, is it, to be honest? It's a very big candle yet again. 0.5% almost. And we don't see these candles going up now. So, -1 up north. Jesus. What does Denmark like to live in? I have no clue because I live in the Netherlands. Since we're waiting for a dump, it might be a great time for me to go to the toilet. This is the time to fill up the spot bags. I think we're gonna see lower. Honestly. What's Sweden like? I don't know, man. I'm not in Sweden. There we go. That's the dump. Question is, are we going to continue now? My main strategy is that we just look at volume at influx and an overall direction with quite a heavy focus toward liquidations. As you can see, we're now starting to eat into these liquidations. So you can see this ramping up as well. If we start dumping more, there we should go. First move on New York, always bait. Well, as of now, it's not. You see, 2 million liquidated. So the market is indeed hunting again towards the liquidations. I have a hard time believing that they will leave this, especially now they're starting to grab it. 19 degrees in Malta, that's nice. I base my entries on order blocks, to be honest. Grab the New York open, low and go. Would it be that easy? I think there's too much money sitting below still. Bullish. I don't know, guys. Honestly, it's so much violence we're seeing. The market is getting slightly more time to breathe. And even that is not completely true. If you look at this structure, how they keep on marking it down. I can't really say that it's bullish, to be honest. I really have a hard time saying that it's bullish. Silver hit 100? Really? Damn. That's pretty impressive. Gonna be 87.8 in about 30 minutes. Might be. But this is the first time that I see a new 5-minute candle open to the upside. Listen, for now it's holding until proven otherwise. It's that simple as well. That's a good bounce. It's a very good bounce. We have quite a lot of lag, don't we? What a bounce. Saying perfectly bounce, 100%. It's It's an obvious bounce, but the thing is, on the premises that we would bounce at a second test of this low, I could honestly not have longed this. Because it might as well reverse it at the same pace they're building it. So either we're gonna wait for the upside liquidity, or we're gonna wait for the downside. I'm not gonna chase and I'm not gonna trade this mid-range. Still in the degen long. It wasn't even that degen. It's probably back at break even right now, to be honest. If I was trading by myself, I might have taken it. But with quite a lot of people following and the newly applied risk management, it doesn't make sense for me to take that trade. Look at how much volume is flowing in now in the rejection. Question is, can they even hold it up? I have no open positions and I'm using L-Bank currently. Why does... Oh, the instrumental one. I thought I just heard this song. Look how much they already given back of this candle. If they're not careful, it will retrace the whole candle and still become negative. It looks like it's hard rejecting 89k again. We left previous day low behind. You're ambitious, man. That's good volume coming in. It's holding strong. By the way, you use the banger logo or not? I haven't had time to set it up, man. It was a bit hectic yesterday. So yeah, we will start using the logo, but yeah, I haven't found time to update everything. Do you feel about RSI confluence? Do you like to time your entry of 50-minute, 1 hour RSI saying the same thing? I like it to back up my hypothesis of what I'm seeing. Talk to me. Let me also work on your thumbnails. I am talking to you, my friend. You're only trading Bitcoin, also other altcoins. I rarely trade anything else than Bitcoin, to be honest. Why? Because quite a lot of people follow. We are building quite the audience. And Anything else doesn't make sense. Everyone needs to be able to either follow it or liquidity wise. I'm not here to be in a pump or dump or anything. So yeah. That's why I'm trading Bitcoin. Okay, let me test something. Crazy candle yet again. Good morning, Bo. Good morning, good morning. I'm so sick to my stomach. What do you mean? Of course the market goes down. If you get liquidated during 9th of October, or were you fine? I was short. I sold everything at 124K because I wasn't trusting it. I can be a tough guy and say that, yo, I saw this coming. But no, I don't think anyone saw that coming. But I didn't lose money. I was lucky enough to be positioned in a short. But I closed it early, to be honest. Holy shit. What the fuck? How do I get those off? Sorry, I'm just testing something. Sorry, guys. Jesus, that's a crowded thing, man. Greetings from Canada. I'm from the Netherlands. Bro, you can't do that to me. It's holding, guys. It's hovering about 89. It's not dumping, it's not pumping. So I'm fixing something in the meantime, since the market is not doing anything. If anyone has any questions, feel more than free to let me know. Looks same as yesterday. Are you a programmer, bro? I can write very, very basic code. So yeah. No, I'm definitely not a programmer. I can read code and I can understand what it says. I could, in theory, code very basic, but yeah. Name of the indicator with liquidity, it's Leviathan. So liquidation levels by Leviathan. What I'm trying to do, since we're getting quite a lot of traction, is I'm trying to develop either an indicator or a strategy that's reproducible. I'm gonna have dinner at my parents', so there's gonna be a rather short stream today, or at least less long than people are used to from me. So I think we're gonna do 2.5 hours today. What does that mean? When the chart leaves a big wick behind, it means that there are imbalances. So this has a huge imbalance in orders. That's why it leaves a wick and it doesn't necessarily close the body over there. You can see it in order flow as well. So normally the hypothesis is that 50% of each wick gets filled. So that would make sense to go towards this region. Also, if you look at the volume and the order cluster, it would make sense as well. So, Frits Soervlees. Yeah, something like that. So that's what is mostly meant by a wick and getting filled. It means that the imbalance that a wick leaves, because it is in theory an imbalance. That's what that means. Is that clear? Enjoy dinner. I'm not going in the next at least hour. Yes, thanks. You're welcome. Guys, we're still with a lot of people here, which I'm insanely grateful for. But come on, we have to bring up these likes. What do you define as an order block, technical wise or order flow wise? For me, it's more a lingering period. So an order block doesn't necessarily is a breaker block. An order block for me is an area where the time likes to spend time in and likes to reverse from. As you can see how I mark them off of my chart, I take areas that in the past have triggered reactions in terms of rejection and reaction. So that's how I do my order blocks. I call them order blocks, but theoretically, I think it could be labeled more as a lingering time or high volume or whatever. But for me, it works. It works pretty well, to be honest. To watch this chart is so sad. Bro, it's mentally exhausting. Right, thanks. What happened to the Discord last night? we weren't seeing eye to eye with people in there, and that's all I'm gonna politically say about it. We're long to 91k. No, not from the mid range where we're in, to be honest. The Instagram post got me intrigued. That's good. Welcome. You can call it a point of interest. Yeah, that might be a good terminology for it. A point of interest. It's a painter's market, guys. Mostly paint, watching it dry. Were you formerly a poker pro? No, and I have no clue how to play poker. To be honest, you seem to have high risk tolerance. It's a matter of what you compare it to. Tap into Discord. Nothing happened. First time here. Can you tell a little bit about yourself? I'm Shanto. I'm 29 years old. I'm from the Netherlands. And I trade. And I decided that it was time to shake up crypto Twitter and other socials by bringing back actual players. Or actual traders. Players, because I read poker from the side of my eye. Sorry. What's happening with all these candles, man? Appreciate it. Ajax or PSV? None of both. I stopped watching soccer after I stopped playing it myself. Yeah, we are hiring traders. We're in talks with traders. There are traders right now as well. So yeah. It's rather depressing price action. Last candle was perp driven. It's people longing, trying to catch the bottom. Yeah, but if it's a perp driven move, we can safely say that spot is the one that is actually driving the prices. Perp driven doesn't last. At least not within the current market setting and not within what we've seen last month. It's effectively spot who's doing the sustainable moves and the sustainable direction. Why do we do this to ourselves? Metals won't keep skyrocketing, my friend. It might be temporarily. Why we do this? Because it's fun. I'm not even trading. I'm just sitting here chilling, talking to you guys and having a nice little conversation, right? Hello from Armenia. Is it real to start trading Bitcoin with lower capital following your strategy? You could, in theory, trade with any capital. The question is it worth it for yourself? And is the reward big enough with smaller capital? What do you think about the Netherlands introducing tax even on losses? Is it time to move to Dubai? On paper, I'm already moving, my friend. I might even have moved already. The thing is, also physically, I will be there a couple of months this year for tax reasons. I think the Netherlands is doing absolutely everything in terms of tax legislation to make it nearly impossible to gain capital. Maybe silver will be rejected at 100 and it will flow to Bitcoin. What's the name of the order book you have? This one is called Alligator Trade. It's a completely free tool. Yeah, here's the link. Dubai, where you bought your new house? No, I still want to have my bases in the Netherlands partially as well, to be honest. How to get that order book? The link is 2 messages above you, my friend. Maybe good time to long as silver hitting 100. Come to Dubai, Habibi. Yeah. Arrogated trades means that it's a sum up. You have a link, read above. I just posted it, my friend. He's rich, I'm poor because of that. Listen, in hindsight, everything is easy. Trading is easy, making money is easy. If I knew what would happen, I would have bought 200 Bitcoin more when Bitcoin was at 13K, you know? So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Refresh the stream if you don't see the link. Yeah, I'm interested in learning trading, but I see you aren't selling any courses. So how do you suggest I get into it? Just follow as much streams as you can and ask questions. We'll answer everything. I don't want to be another course seller. Why? Because I don't think I have anything to sell. Q4 2026 Bitcoin will be at 35, 45K. That would be insane, honestly. There is a chance it goes that low, to be honest. If Michael Saylor gets stuck in a liquidation cascade with his shareholders and MicroStrategy goes south, there is more than enough chance that we're going towards that region. How to follow? Discord. And the Discord link is right at the top of the chat. What's your risk management strat? Right now for this challenge, I'm risking 10%-ish per trade. And now we're just waiting for either one of the two sides getting taken out. BTC goes down. Do you think there will be another out season? Absolutely not. Listen, there's only a limited supply of money that can flow into this market. And I think most of the money that was meant between brackets for out season has been absolutely burned by meme coins. I want to be filthy rich by Q4. Yeah, I can get behind that. Penguin just hit 20 million market cap. Might. I have no clue. So they're really gonna leave that liquidity down there, apparently. That's surprising. Not gonna lie. Meme coins and shit coins ruin everything. Oh, 100%. That is 100% true. What do you think of Render coin? Personally got a lot of spot and 1.48. I liked Render, especially because of the connection to Nvidia. It was one of the few when I was still doing outs that I bought. But it was at 13 at one point, I think, in euros, so $15, $16. But it's down to 1. It's all altcoins took such a big beating. Nice recovery. Almost a percentage as well. Price action is insanely ugly today. If I understand correctly, if CBD is rising but price isn't rising, it's bearish, and the CVD is falling, but price isn't falling, it's bullish. Very bluntly, theoretically say yes. Digital gold always give the creeps. Yeah, I can see that. I don't think alts will ever recover. My personal opinion is that alts are not gonna make it even remotely. I see no way how that money, the thing to get an out season, the amount of money that needs to be pumped back into these markets, it's just not there. It's honestly not there. So the idea of the long was still right. Just New York thought different about it. Watch it now run it up towards the 90.4K zone. This, not gonna lie, this is quite annoying, to be honest. I think out season will happen if USDT goes down. Yeah, but if USDT goes down, we're having completely different issues as well, to be honest. It is a healthy price action, huh? Man. Look at the last 3 candles up as well. Also percentage. It's complete search and destroy. Guess we're canceling this limit and we're gonna short it. You have to find the good entry. I think it's gonna be around the 90K region. But let's see. If it goes above this order block, like 90.3 to 90.6, it's gonna be where I'm gonna short it. Let's see. Not the best of rejections, huh? Thanks for replying to my previous comment. Do you have any predictions on BTC long term, or is it bullshit to make such predictions without being connected to institutional big players? Inside info. I think realistically we can see 250K, but not anytime soon. A lot needs to change. Even price targets of 1 million are not unrealistic. The question is, how much time do you have? And what's the maturity of this current market space? How is it gonna look like? Yeah, I took my stop loss to the dollar. Yeah, almost. I think. Like $30, $40. That's trading. And now we have to wait. But again, I don't see them having strength of breaking further, to be honest. It's not looking pretty. Because this is no wick to the upside, immediate reversal down. Mine was $1, literally on 1 second lowest point. Could you please also share trading setups in Scalebag's group? I love the live trading too. Trade setup will help. Yeah, if I see something, I will. Yeah, I took my short SL Now 2 at... Ah, damn. Got a feeling this will reverse again. I don't know what to fear right now. Yeah, the pressure down is still very, very well there. And CVD rose exponentially up. Like, even almost above where we previously rejected. So I don't think longs are out of the woods yet, to be honest. Yeah, they make sense. You still confuse me because you have the AI Go profile picture, would you? Quick dump, might be. You need to get your mojo back. Listen, trading is also partially... Kun je de sluis openen voor cons? What do you mean with that? The what? Your profile pic every time throws me off. Yeah, my mojo might need... Yeah, it's... Trading is psychological as well. If you're feeling less good, less momentum, less traction. It's the only sentence I know. I have no clue what it means in Dutch, to be honest. Why? Of kun je de sluis openen voor ons? Oh, that might be... If you buy a boat, then it might make sense. Riot, yeah, I think it's almost the same one as Marty Party, to be honest. Last few days, it's abnormal what happened. Yeah. What would be your TP target if shorting from 90? Around this order cluster as well. Like 87.6. Now it's not taking any. It's not taking the upside liquidity. It's not taking the downside liquidity. It merely tasted what's there and then it's just decided not to go with it any further. Can you explain how to read the CVD? Well, if price goes up, CVD should go up as well, but this is the 5 seconds, so it's rather volatile. And you're looking for divergences in terms of volume, CVD, and the inflow of orders. Crypto understands me so well. When I short, it goes up, and when I long, it goes down. I don't think that means that crypto is necessarily understanding you very good. Yeah. Absolute typical Friday. Hunt on open, slightly hunt back to opening, and even the chat is quiet today, guys. Is everyone ready for the weekend? Is everyone tired? What's going on? Do you like trading ETH? No. I think we can almost safely say that we're forming the range. That until proven otherwise, this is going to be our tradable range. BTC whopped the motivation. Man, this chat is trading. Yeah, this chart is doing. It's waiting for another candle up so I can close this long. Nice. This definitely was an interesting week. Yeah, 100%. Also, trading wise, it was mentally exhausting to say the least. One or L. I don't even know. Just not doing anything. Think next trade should be taken on a high time frame. Isn't that what we're semi doing? It was on the edge of going insane. What was your biggest trading mistake? Thinking that I was right. Because one of the biggest mistakes is that the market can stay irrational longer than we can stay liquid. Would love to see a short squeeze to 91.4. A lot of bot mode this week. Oh, 100%. For our closed good. Yeah. Close green, I guess. Let's see how many trades do you usually take? Bro, between 0 and 5, I would say. There are quite some days that I don't even trade. I don't feel the necessity to trade. So it all depends on what the market gives. You can't put a quota on it. You can't force it either. I overtraded 100% this week. That almost cost me 80k on live stream. And that's never going to happen again. Even the order flow is slow. If you are not live streaming, would you be trading this? Nah, I would just set a limit order, walk away and come back when something was moving. or when someone actively poked it with a stick. We all have PTSD from that trade. Was it that bad? Yo, why was everyone stressing so much? What's your origin story in crypto? Like my villain story or... No, we were using blockchain at the company I used to co-own to transport data. And I always get intrigued by things I don't necessarily understand. So crypto made a very nice bridge between those. And after that endeavor ended, I got into trading full time. That's basically how it started. Then it started with losing money. Then you go from losing money to making more money. I think almost no one starts as a profitable trader, to be honest. That's nearly impossible. Biggest bang was plus 1800. What do you mean? The fact is that more than 70%, buddy, I think you're insanely conservative. I think 99%. My best trade in terms of ROI percentage, couple thousand%. 40 leverage short from 124 to 84k. When doing 100x, yeah, you need to think about your SL. I do. My best trade was right before Christmas, but lost it after. Oh, that's pretty sad to hear, to be honest. It's impressive. Thank you, I guess. You look like Jeff Nippert. Is that a compliment? I don't know if that's a compliment. He has over 2 million huge subscribers. He's definitely a lot bigger than me though, in terms of muscle. Look at this candle. Yeah, they're marking it up. Long idea wasn't so crazy after all. Still shorting from 90k? Yeah, 90.3-ish is where I'm gonna scale in. Or where I'm gonna actually... How long did you cross over the $1 million profit mark? I prefer not to disclose, but... It's been a while. 1337 devil. Is it you, my friend? I see no similarity. Yeah. At least the guy is not Indian. Then we got rid of that running gig. It's not the most entertaining stuff, this, but... You sure? Oh, I know what you were referring to, my friend. He's Nigerian. Maybe, who knows? sure about what you just said, Shanda? In what terms, my friend? I want to send some. I'm in this risky short now. Oh man, that's early. That's very early. This is such a lucrative area to go. My biggest realized loss in the challenge or ever? Ever, I think 120, 130k. Went short. 93. 90.3. I'm back. Went to buy the paint. How is it? Did you find it? TGR loses averagely. Yeah, but he makes so much. I'm here. Hello. It's slow dry paint. Oh, 100% is slow dry paint. I'm making my breakfast. Where are you based? Oh, it is slowing down so much, but yet we... It's so tempting to short here, but there's way not enough confirmation. Today's daily close as Doji see forever range today, yeah. We're in a 1 hour short order block. We might. First year was good, 100%. How much did I profit from that short? Enough. That's a very interesting volume. But they're holding it. They're fighting for it. What's the P&L for today? I think minus 800-ish. First trade got fucked on $10. Otherwise we would have been up at K by now. But yep. That's what happens with trading and correct risk management, I guess. There's no liquidity sweep above, so I will not enter short right now. Exactly what I'm thinking as well. 91.3. Then it has to start eating into these clusters pretty violently, to be honest. Was sort of the initial idea. From lower. I was shorting 1010, yeah. It was more or less by accident than that I saw that coming. Everyone who says they saw 1010 coming is absolutely lying, to be honest. Guys, less than 200 likes. Come on, hit the like button, my friends. So you made bank. I didn't go hungry. Does future make market? Both makes the market move. Both is liquidity and both is order flow. The only thing that that you can see is that spot moves are mostly the sustainable moves, and future moves are more the impulses. I was aiming for the previous day low. I don't fully understand your sentence, to be honest. I hit like, did you? I don't know if I can even like my own stream. Highly doubt it. What chart shows you the difference between spot, demand, and future? You have order flow. I think this one froze. Come on. It's one of those days. Open interest is how many orders are actually in the book, and CVD is more of the divergence between them. So CVD tells you if everything is aligned, so price is moving up, CVD moving up, price moving down, CVD moving down, and CVD is theoretically the divergence between spot and futures. The hope is there, I just need to destroy it now. I don't hold spot momentarily because I still think that we're going lower in the end. How much leverage you use? I'm now currently for this, I'm using 20. Any plans for the weekend? No trading, to be honest. I agree. It's a kill zone. And CVD is the delta between market orders, by the way. Sorry. Where will I add spot? Everything between 80k and 45k. I closed the auction trade in profit. I even shared it in the Discord, man. I won't take anything until I can see a clear direction. And as of now, it looks like they're again pressuring it down. But I just want to see the 90.3 get cleared minimum. I just want to say thank you. You're more than welcome. Why don't you start stream on Sunday when CME gap opens and there's a lot of traffic and volume? Because I live in the Netherlands, so that would be like even past my midnight. I knew I didn't like that short looked. It was going well for a while. What short? Damn, I need to join Discord. Yeah, it's free and the link is pinned at the top of the stream. Oh, these candles are looking ugly again, to be honest. On the 5 minutes. It's when big red wicks? Never. I think. Red has way more pressure than green. No, I trade throughout the day as well. It's just I stream during New York hours. Because that makes most sense. Most people are awake. Most liquidity normally and best movement. But that's not necessarily true currently. What do you like about the 5-second chart? That you at least have the idea that stuff still moves. And you have something flashy to look at. But currently, if I would switch to the 5 minutes, I would probably fall asleep. And just join. Sorry if you already answered this. I'm not gonna explain more or go into the political discussion of the choice that we made and where we currently stand. No, liquidity is my most important indicator. CVD depends on the time frame and it can be irrational quite long. Most is volume and liquidity. I don't necessarily think we're going up, but it would make sense to see 90.3 minimum. But again, the chart is not really giving anything. I read every chat. A lot of liquidity at 90.4, exactly. Can we see all-time high from here in BTC? From here? Highly, highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Look the 4-hour candle. Nothing special, to be honest. It's forming. It is possible that it will fuel momentum, but 90.4 is a level that is worth shorting in my opinion, because of all the resistance it has been getting. So a slight overshot would make a lot of sense. If you look at how they overshoot the lows, like here to the upside, one of these again to remain in the range would make a lot of sense in my opinion. So yeah, it could fuel for higher. But as of now, it is unlikely since we have been rather compressed within this range. And I think 90.4 would make sense to go from there towards the 86K region. So it would be a very decent move. How is this challenge going? I have been better, especially because of the strict risk management. Some trades get wicked out more easily. And we had quite a lot of stuff going on, to be honest, so yeah. Yeah, this is... Oh, it's absolute pain dry. You apply this risk management? No, my risk management is different from my personal trades because I scale into positions more. So I don't take single entries. I can build positions, like every 1K, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 Bitcoin, and I can do that for 4, 5, 6K. So it's a completely different topology of how to build and set up trades. Multiple entries, also different exposure and different risk. It's trading your main source of income. It's my only source of income. If I don't make money, it's gonna be water and bread. Why you do things for free? Why not? If you're good enough of a trader and you can make money trading, I don't see any reason why you couldn't help out others. And that's what we're doing. Did you start large capital? No, not really. Broke G because then the upside is way less. And the scalings will become so small. If I normally scale in a 3 Bitcoin position, it doesn't matter if the rest doesn't get hit. But if I want to build top heavy positions or bottom heavy positions, then my first entry with this board might only be like 0.1, 0.2 Bitcoin. And that's it's not gonna get us over the line. So that's the main reason. Streamer weekends? No. What you like to see when you're in a trade to scale in more, movement or reactions. It needs to hold certain levels or it needs to reject certain levels. Like now it looks like Bitcoin is rejecting again. Yeah, 90.2 would make a lot of sense. Is there a reason, just like resting, or is there a market reason? For not trading the weekends, one, everyone needs a break. If you see it as a job, you also want to have a weekend. And secondly, the market doesn't freaking move. They literally jumped this whole week straight. Yep. Think this is going to be the range for the week, guys. I don't necessarily see it go. I feel like taking an absolute degen of a trade and just 100x this, short this. But with my current luck of the week, it's I don't think it's a wise choice, to be honest. But I'm very, very, very tempted to just 50x short it. But I won't. I think it's going to retrace the whole move up, to be honest. Going to 90.2, you think it's possible that the FEG holds and is going a little further? I'm looking at the same level, man. 90.2, 90.3 would make a lot of sense. But there's no strength. The liquidation engine is on sensitive mode. The liquidation engine is on absolute search and destroy mode. Is perp trading change your life? Yeah, definitely. Guys, I think I'm gonna have dinner. The market is not doing anything. I will update in the Discord if I see something or if something happens. But I think I'm gonna call it a weekend here. This is not making a lot of sense to sit here and wait for paint to dry. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope to catch you all soon again on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Don't overtrade, don't over risk. And have a great one.